So, hey, Brenda. I didn't hear from you yet, Brenda. Yeah, I know, Lynn, right? The unplugged is the fun part. We have to pick the drinking word of the night, James. What do you have tonight on
Oh,
tap?
hello? I don't know. There's a. It's funny that, and I know Earth Day's tomorrow, and we had a big event
And
planned.
we
So
have
there's this really
Andrew.
funky Italian restaurant in town that does a version of a Manhattan called the Spaghetti Western. So
That's funny.
it's a rye and amaro, which is Italian. So
I know
we've
what
been
it
making
is. Yeah.
these at home.
I used to be a bartender, buddy. I know these things.
Hey, me too, man.
So,
We're not
so
using the
hey,
round ice
Andrew, how
cubes or
are
the whole
you?
nine.
Hey, Andrew, we don't have Stacy in here. Could you just shoot her a quick email, see if she's having any problems getting on?
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Hold on.
Hopefully, these storms that rolled through didn't mess up any
Yeah.
internet connections.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you guys get hammered
Oh my
by
God.
hail and everything
Oh,
else?
it was crazy. It was crazy.
Hold on.
Yeah, this is absolutely brutal.
Yeah, so James, I see you have the big ice cube maker, which is a good thing. What you do with those giant ice cubes is put the bitters right in the ice cube, and
Yeah.
then put like a cherry and a slice of orange inside the ice cube. Good stuff.
So I use the bitters from New Orleans. I forget what the name of it is, and then I
Uh,
have these Morania cherries that are called like dirty cherries or something. So they're like
Hey,
I see.
Derek,
absolutely delicious.
Yeah,
we sent her an invite, right?
yes. And she responded to me, and I responded back to her.
Okay.
So that's why I'm hoping she didn't have a problem with her internet or something. Hang in there, guys. We're you know the before show is always interesting.
Linda, I'm frozen on Facebook, but if you're hearing what you're asking, I don't believe you have to put all your banking info to Salon Interactive. I think you could just contact them and make sure your distributor is part of it.
Yeah, the banking info is only so they can put your paycheck in your bank account. It's not so they can bill you.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, my Facebook finally came on, and came into Andrew smiling, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
I like a smiling Andrew.
You do you?
I do. I can always tell when you're listening to somebody. We've had some great speakers on, and I always look. I know whatever the view is that you guys see, I'm always looking at Andrew's face, and I can always tell when he doesn't even give a nod. I can see when the smile goes ear to ear that somebody, he's like, "You're on it. This is good."
Yeah. We had a lot of great people.
Hey, listen, we're lucky, right? If you look back about, I mean, what day are we on, Derek?
22.
22 days, right? So over 22 days, I mean, I mean, everybody's been fantastic, but I mean, we've had some real rock stars, right? I mean, even our local rock stars that we all know, and then you had some ringers that are super famous. We've been really lucky. I mean, there's been some great content. I mean, if you combined it all together,
What do
we
you
should
think
all
you're
be
what do you
million
think
dollar
you're the
salons
only
as soon
you're
as
the only guy
possible.
that knows people?
No,
Oh,
but that's, you know what, Andrew, that's a testament to you, right? Is that I swear every super famous hairstylist that's been on, they know you like you guys went to elementary school together. Like, oh, I know Andrew. I mean, Andrew and I,
yeah.
which is good. Hey, listen, been around the block is not a bad thing.
No. Wait. To BBR. Hi, I? What's going on here? Stacy, where are you?
Yes, that's what I'm a little worried about here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting some bigger questions.
Okay. Can you guys give the rundown in unemployment again?
Oh,
Meaning,
Kirsten wants to know about where we came from while we're waiting for Stacy.
yeah, let me answer this one quickly, James, on the unemployment. So guys, on the unemployment, your employees can't sit on their ass for 26 weeks. As soon as you send them a letter offering them gainful employment again, their unemployment ends. You can send that letter to unemployment also, not certified their benefits, and they got to come back to work. So that's the short answer to that one. Don't think they can just hang out and live off of off of unemployment. It's kind of up to you. You want them to, that's fine. If you want them back to work, you tell them, look, I'm not paying your unemployment anymore. I'm not certifying this week's unemployment, and you got to come back. So Stacy, I think Stacy is East Coast, isn't she, Andrew?
No, I think she's Chicago.
Is she? I hope she didn't get the time frame wrong.
Yeah, Oscar said Chicago too, but
Yeah.
Kirsten in our group had asked if while we're waiting, just a little background on the three of us. So I throw that to, I think Andrew's the best one to answer first, but Andrew, why don't you give everybody a little background on you?
Okay. So, hi everyone. Andrew Finkelstein here. I've been in the business, owning, operating salons, marketing for longer than I care to tell you guys. Okay. I live here in New York City. I've had the really unique privilege of working with some amazing, and the world's filled with amazing hairdressers. I just had the opportunity to work with some of those names that you've all heard of. I've known them personally. And I came from a family business, was born into the salon business, even though I wasn't aware of it as a kid, because the family really didn't talk shop a lot. But I get into the business after I went to school, and was not a professional hairdresser, but I started behind a front desk in a very large salon. There were 50 or so operators, they were called at the time. And I'd never seen anything like it. It was extraordinary. We were working with paper books, if you can imagine. And many of them were older hairdressers. And it was at a time where there's still some shampoos and sets, and it was crazy, and it was great. And so I worked in the company, and I became the director of marketing for the company worldwide. And we had salons in 8 countries, and we had about 10,000 or so employees. And it was a wonderful, wonderful time for me and for our company. And then our company was sold. We sold the company. And I stayed in the business, worked for a number of chains as director of operations and marketing, opened my own place, sold my own place. And then I became a business coach. And I worked with a guy by the name of Michael Gerber. Some of you may have heard of Michael, because I was really interested in business processes and procedures, and Michael's message rang very true to me about, small businesses, be they salons or whatever. And I became a senior coach with Michael and his organization, and then struck out on my own, had my own coaching consulting company for a number of years, I just worked with great people. And then about 2 years ago, I was working with a client, and we had a long relationship. And then one day in one of our sessions, she told me she hadn't been able to sleep. She was really suffering from insomnia, and it was interfering with her work. And it was shocking to me, not having known that, and even more shocking that I couldn't do anything about it. I felt really helpless in that moment. And I said to myself, I'm going to find something so I can coach and help her. And I went out. I told her I was going to come, we'll continue to work together, but I'm looking for something different. And I went out and on the beaten path to look for maybe a different program. And I found a guy who is the world's highest paid coach. His name is Brendan Bouchard. Maybe some of you guys have heard of him. I don't know if you have. And he's written many bestsellers. And I've studied with him to become a high performance coach. And so it's a little bit different than just coaching for the salon business. It takes into account what high performers do, no matter who they may be. You could be a mom, you could be a salon owner, you can be a CEO, and there's 6 habits that high performers exhibit. And I have a program, and I coach around those 6 habits. And I still do, I still work with salon owners, but our focus is really on that high performance so they can be the best they can be. That's a little bit about me.
Wait a minute. What? No mention of you and I in our company?
Oh, well, that's for you to, that's for you to say. Derek and I have known one another for years. And being that I've been a marketer and Derek's a marketer, and Derek, and we've been around the block together. And Derek created a company. We created a company together, but Derek's created something called Salon Ninja, of which I'm a partner with Derek in the Salon Ninja platform. And I'm really proud of all the work that Derek's done, because it's really Salon Ninja, and we haven't talked about it really on this, the 22 days, but Salon Ninja is something unique in the business. And I always like unique things, the things that are trend setting and forward thinking. And I like Derek's ideas. And so we're together on Salon Ninja. Is that okay, Derek?
Yeah, that's okay. I don't want to have to replace you already. No, you're irreplaceable. So just joking. So James, you want to? James is definitely my tech guru, and from this standpoint, and James and his lovely wife have a great salon in northern New Jersey. And you want to talk a little bit about that, James?
Yeah, I mean, we're, I would always say, my joke is that we're an international award-winning small boutique salon in New Jersey. So we've been very fortunate between Salon Today 200 and some of the other salon magazines. I mean, our claim to fame so far has been we've been in every salon magazine more than once, and that's in Estetica in Italy before it became Both Sides. Because of our sustainable actions and the things that we're involved with in the community. We run a really tight ship in terms of numbers because I don't do hair. That's sort of what I'm focused on, and that's how I'm friendly with Derek and Andrew, because we sort of are simpatico on that, and we sort of are a great blend of the three. But my wife is behind the chair, and for all of you salon owners that may be on these calls, I feel your pain, right? Most of you that are behind the chair and still have to do payroll and still have to do marketing, I front a lot of that. So my wife is able to focus on clients and staff, and I'm the one that, if you could see this gray stripe, it used to be on the other side, now it's on both. But thank God I have access to hair color even in the pandemic. But I do a lot of those other things and work with a lot of salon owners in terms of communicating their message to their clients, whether it's sustainable in terms of recycling or communicating what they do that's different. I mean, I think communication in our part for our salon specifically has been a key to our keeping our client rate. I mean, we're a 6-chair salon that's going to be, if the pandemic didn't happen this year, we would have crossed $1 million for a 6-chair salon. So I'm not outing anybody that was on a call Monday. That was a really big call that a lot of people are on that has a 40-chair salon that's only $2 million. And I said, wow, we do listen, if I could do 6 chairs, if I could have 2 6-chair salons doing $1 million each, I would settle for that a heck of a lot more than having a 40-chair salon that has to be managed that tight. But We run a good program. We do a lot of education. That's part of our sustainable practices. And I think that, a call like this and what we've been doing, these are the things that you guys should be listening to. It's a healthy mix of great educators. They all bring something different to the table. I know we haven't talked a lot about Salon Ninja, which I know you guys are going to do a little more this week, but I'm a technology adopter. So I think Andrew, you have a remarkable, right? You're muted, Andrew. I need to know if that's official. Do you have a remarkable?
Yes, I do.
Oh my God, is that your favorite device in the world?
Yeah.
And listen, I would tell you guys, so we have no affiliation with Remarkable, but because Andrew is on this with me, I got that on Kickstarter years ago. So it's basically like a notepad that you could do these crazy fun things with. It's like a Kindle that you can write on. It converts handwriting to text. Listen, they're on sale, right, Andrew? They're like $400 right now for the
So
new
because they're
version.
coming out with a new one,
Yeah, I talked to
but
them. I'm
I'm not
trying to
going to
get
get
them
the
on the
new one.
show.
I'm not going to. I am
I'm trying
staying
for you,
with.
Andrew. I'm trying to get them, as you and I, as influencers, to get a new version for free. But those are the kind of things that we adopt, right? When new tech comes out, if it's something that can make your job easier and facilitate, whether it's something like we've talked about Vish or it's something like Tippy, we're here to tell you guys that, these are things that are available to make your job easier. And I mean, you have clients and you have things going on, whatever can make your job easier, that's what we're here for. And that's what sustainability is all about. How can you go home to your kids and cook dinner after you serviced X amount of clients that day and still go home with a clear head because you feel like your business is being managed?
Cool, man.
You like that, right, Derek?
Yeah, I did like that. Wow, that was almost scripted, buddy. So guys, I don't know. We have not heard back from Stacy. I hope everything is okay, but we're going to keep this thing going anyway. So I'll introduce myself. And for any of you that don't know who I am, my name is Derek. I am the creator of the Salon Owner Mastermind Group, Salon Ninja, and Salon Ops, a coaching firm. I had 3 salons, two in the two in New Jersey, and one out on the West Coast. And we sold those salons many years ago and went to coaching full time. We now coach anywhere from 50 to 100 salons on a regular basis. Our passion has been obviously memberships. Many of you know us from memberships. It's kind of what we created throughout the country. They're all over now. We were the ones that started the trend with that. And now our focus lately, obviously, we do full service coaching, but our trend lately is putting our effort behind something that Andrew and I have had a passion for many years now, trying to get salon companies to salon software companies to put it in their systems, but not yet. So we went out and we created our own software system that allows you to get new clients instead of only being able to market to existing clients, right? So our platform is pretty unique. I'm excited to introduce it tomorrow night. I may introduce it tonight, depending on where Stacy is. We're just waiting to hear back from her. Again, I don't know if it's an internet issue or if something happened, God forbid, but either way, we're here and we're going to talk a little bit about it. If any of you guys have questions, keep them coming. I see Sarah's in here. Sarah is my first membership coaching client, and Sarah is now a coach for my company. She just rocks it. She's on the Facebook Live. She's going to be on with us later. Andrew, what date Sarah's on?
I do. I just don't have my schedule
Yeah,
right.
it's not a big deal.
I think it's next Friday, I believe.
So sometime next week we'll be teaching membership systems to the group. So that's pretty exciting. A lot of people have paid tens of thousands of dollars to learn how to do it, and we're going to give you a lot of information quickly and see what you can pick up on. If not, then we can help you out with the coaching. That's obviously not an issue. Keeps us alive and in business. But again, our focus is going to be Salon Ninja. I was talking about it in the before show a little bit. I think that you're all going to be very excited about it. I'm not sure what night Neil is joining on yet from Strategies. Somebody asked. Neil did contact us to get involved. We just don't have a specific date set up yet. Andrew, I was going to ask James earlier. Nicholas French, Iva said Nick got in touch with her and is trying to get another date if you can get in touch with him.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of superstars coming on, gang. It's just going to be a fun road even after we get back open. What we're going to do this coming month is we're going to split it to every other day just to give people a little bit of a breather, right? Does Salon Ninja have an API? Yes, Jeff, it does. But you don't necessarily even need to use it. Everything is built into it, including a social media marketing platform. So I don't see what you would need to tie into it. It's already tied into Stripe and many other things, but you guys, whatever you want to do, if you want to contact me, Jeff, I'll give you a walkthrough. Tippy's awesome. Tippy's a great platform for tips.
Yeah, can I speak to Tippy for a second, Derek?
Sure.
So I talked to Terry, the creator of Tippy, today. We had a nice conversation. So Tippy is a kiosk at the desk, typically, that when a client checks out, you plug in the service provider, you plug in what the service charge is, and they can click, sort of like when you go to Starbucks and it says, do you want to tip 15%, 20%, 25%, or whatever. What's good for owners is it reports back to payroll so you can claim it correctly for the IRS. What's good for stylists is that they say that your tips go up. I think their average, I don't know Andrew, do you know what the industry average is for tipping?
Not off the top.
No, and I don't either, but they say their average, I mean, you'd love to say everybody gets 20%, but we know that's not true. With Tippy, they say they're seeing 20% and above, which is pretty cool. But one of the things that they created right now that you guys can utilize is called the virtual tip jar. So I talked to Terry today about our 30-day opening of cashless and no touching and all that. And I wanted to know if the virtual tip jar was something we could use after the client leaves, where they could get a text through Salon Ninja and say, hey, Mary serviced you today. If you'd like to leave a tip, click here, and it goes directly to them and it reports back to you. But what's interesting for this time now for salons that are still going to be closed for several weeks is that they have somebody on their board that worked for the IRS, specifically in the tip industry. So if you send out that email now for a virtual tip jar and they decide to tip your stylist because they feel bad that they've been off for so long, it counts as a donation and you don't have to claim that through payroll, and it does not affect their unemployment. So if you want to post that out or you want to contact me, I can give you some of Terry's info. It's a unique thing that even if you decide not to open with Tippy and you want to go back to your normal way of tipping, it's really a cool way for them to not do a GoFundMe like, hey, I'm making a third or 2/3 of my money. It counts as a donation, which I thought was awesome. I didn't know that was even a possibility, which I just found out today.
Yeah, so guys, also, we were going to do our demo tomorrow night, but Andrew, if you don't mind, I'm going to jump into it right now because I'm not sure about Stacy, and I want to give you guys some great value for this evening. So tonight, I'm going to do a demo of Salon Ninja and just a quick overview of it, and then you guys can ask questions. And then this way, Andrew and I are going to do a webinar tomorrow night on your new target markets, some real deep dive into customer audiences and how they've changed over the last couple of years, which I was blown away at the data we got.
Yeah, we'll do. I think that's good because we could do that. We could do that tonight, but I think let's jump into Ninja.
Yeah. So yeah. Let me share my screen with everybody, just so we have some quality time together here. And let's see. So can everybody see my screen, Andrew? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. So guys, this is our Salon Ninja platform. The first thing you're going to see when you log in is our dashboard. Our dashboard tells you a brief overview of everything that's going on in your marketing. It will tell you how many leads you've had, what money you've made off of those leads, where they are in your sales pipeline. It shows a lot more than just clicks. You know, we're used to in marketing, it's called pay-per-clicks, right? People click on our website, people click on a Facebook ad, people click on Google ads, but we have no way of tracking that stuff or knowing what the hell it is. In our platform, we're actually getting the customer data. So we're one of the first platforms to actually pull that data into the platform. And so as an overview, you're on the dashboard, it's going to tell you where your leads are coming from. In this particular salon, it's all coming from their website, and they've got 322 leads, $24,000 in value off of those leads. Next thing, if you're running Facebook ads, it's going to show you how much you spent, how many clicks, all the normal that you would see in Facebook. Has a review management platform built in, so you can send out reviews and track reviews, good and bad. Okay, so you don't need another system. You can actually send your customers reviews right from our system. If they are a good review, it will post out on the internet. If they are a bad review, it will come back to you in an email format. Okay, so you can track all that. You can see who you sent reviews out to, whether they've opened it or not. Let me just get this box out of the way here. Okay, next thing you have is conversations. This is really, so every morning, the salons that are using this, the first thing they do is they come into conversations, and they would look at unread. Okay, if you have unread messages, you need to respond to them. Here's what the messages look like. Over here is the automated messages that the person is getting from the system. And if you've sent out messages personally, it will also show the conversation in there. On the left side, it's going to show what the client is saying, right? So boom, she wants an appointment. We answered her. We answered right from the platform. You can answer by SMS, email, phone, Facebook Messenger, all directly built into the platform. You don't have to go to another platform. All of your communications are right inside the platform. As a matter of fact, you can even make phone calls right from the platform. Okay, it's got two-way text marketing and so much more built in, and I'll go through those. Next one is your opportunities tab. Your opportunities tab is going to tell you who came in as a lead and where they are in your sales pipeline. Okay, leads come in, they come in a lead in column. If they set an appointment, you're going to move them to the appointment, and these are all drag and drop. So your front desk, pardon me guys, I clicked the wrong button. Refresh this, let's go to a new tab. That was my fault, guys. Hitting the wrong mouse button. So when you're on these tabs, you can drag and drop the client to whatever column you need to put them in. So you have a visual of where that client experience is in the sales pipeline. Okay, it will also, once completed, keep track of all your leads and how much were completed, how much money you made, and how much were maybe a no response, in which case you have to remarket to them. So this is a visual pipeline that you guys can use. It works great for a mind map of where your leads are coming from. Okay, the next thing you have in here underneath is your marketing. The platform has the ability to market in probably 50 different ways. Campaigns, okay, are simple campaigns. What they are is you're going to set up an automated campaign that goes out to the client. It can be a combination of, I think we have 10 different things you can use right now. Email, SMS, in this case, this is all email and SMS. And you can see these are time delayed. So it's a drip campaign going out over time. And all the messages are personal messages to try and make the client think that it's you saying, hey, Sally, I'm trying to get you in here for an appointment. So it's a very personalized marketing platform. It doesn't sound like a robot talking to the person. As soon as that person responds, it will send you a message in the conversations tab that we talked about earlier. Okay, so that's campaigns. If you wanted to add a step in campaigns, all you have to do is here, and you can see all the different things we can add. We can add SMS, email, voicemail, manual SMS, a webhook, which means you can actually use an API to tie this into other CRMs and marketing platforms or call centers, whatever you want to tie it into. This has it built in. You can send them a message on Messenger. You can obviously call them. You can have wait stages before it performs an action. You can do manual calls and add tasks for employees. So if they perform a certain action, it will tell an employee in your salon, perform this action, such as call Gene, whatever it is, right? Sounds complicated. It's really easy to use once you get in here. Get your hands dirty because you can't break it, okay? Bulk requests. Bulk requests are basically sending an email or a text message or maybe it's a voicemail drop like James talked about earlier to all your clients all at once. Okay, you pick a tag of what those clients are. You can tag your clients to different categories: new customer, old customer, came off a Facebook lead, whatever it is, send that out. Okay, you have a form builder and a survey builder in here. You can set out surveys to your clients. You can actually have your clients do intake forms or other types of forms. We have a Meet Your Beauty Guru survey system built in, and it's easy if I show you what that looks like. So Sarah, I know you're in here. I'm going to use your site. So what that looks like, guys, is the platform really is, it's just, I'm so proud of our programmers. The platform is just mind-blowing. So right here, these are all attached to the platform. We have a refer a friend special system. The platform sends out a coupon to both the friend and the friend referring and says, hey, Susie, your friend referred you to come get a cut, and here's your coupon, that kind of thing. We have, obviously, we call this our Groupon killer, new client killer, right? It's collecting the money of a Groupon ad and not spending it with Groupon. Next one's Meet Your Beauty Guru. This is a nice one that we just set up. Basically, what it does is you come in here, and the client would click that, and it's going to walk them through a survey system that's logical. What it means is, depending on their answers, they're going to get a different question on their next key. So if I pick the color service, it's going to say, okay, what color? If I pick a single, it's going to take me to a different question. Now, when I walk all the way through this and the form is done, it gets their info. And what happens is it sends the client an email and says, here's your best 3 service providers for this service. It has a little bio of the service providers, and it says on there, glad to meet you. I'm glad we matched up, like a personal message from the service provider to that client. So it's kind of a catchy little gimmicky, we'll call it almost a dating game system built in, right? Makes it fun for the clients, makes it fun for the stylist, gives a personal connection, those kind of things. So those are some of the things you can do. Obviously, you can do all different types of forms. If you wanted an intake form for coronavirus, you could set that up right in here and plug it right into your website where they would fill out a few questions. It would come back inside of the client profiles in here under your contacts tab. Anything that comes in your contacts, I'll just go to it quickly and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, in your clients, we're just going to take a random client here. Okay. You'll notice it has all the conversations that went to the client. Over here, it'll have additional information. In here is the contacts client information, which will be all the information our system pulled, such as their name, email, phone number. If we have additional information, it will be in here. Where we got that information from. General info, you're going to have more info about the client in there. Okay, if you have additional information. If they filled out forms, okay, or contact surveys, whatever it is, it will all be stored in here with their answers. If they filled out a survey, it'll be in here. If they filled out one of your forms, it'll be in here. If they filled out one of your Beauty Guru questionnaires, it would be in here. Your intake forms, it's all stored within the system, all in one place. Okay. If unfortunately, it does not automatically pull from the Salon platforms right now. We are working on that right now with a couple of companies. One we're really close on, but that will be coming soon. So for right now, all you have to do is upload your client list into the platform of your existing clients, because not only does it market to potential new clients, it also markets to your existing clients. So if you want to use it as a communication platform like James uses it, to keep your clients up to date on a regular basis, you can send them text, emails, voicemails directly from the platform. All you have to do is upload your contacts into the system. It's literally a 1 to 2 minute process. So it doesn't take that much time to do it. Okay. Let's see what else we got in here. We have all types of goodies in here for you. We have custom emails that you can build. Email templates are built in. You have reporting. Reporting is basically telling you where your Google ads or Facebook ads, you have all your reporting built into the system. Scheduling will be up and running once we integrate with some of the Salon platforms. You'll be able to schedule right from this system into the Salon system. Reputation management is built in. Contacts we just went over. We have funnels and websites. You can build your own sales funnels and websites directly from the platform. Funnels, if anybody doesn't know what a sales funnel is, if you've all heard of ClickFunnels, this system can replicate any ClickFunnels funnel. So you can build those right in here. So basically you're building landing pages. This replaces ClickFunnels. It replaces any of the landing page builders. You can build your own website right from within the platform. Triggers are if this, then that. It tells us if an action happens that a customer takes, then we're going to perform this action in the platform. That's the easiest way to explain it. Online listings is an online listing propagator, which will send your stuff out to Yext is the company called, is the company that does it for us. And there's 100 different places they send your listing out, which gets you good SEO, which means more people visiting your website. We have a social media platform built into it. So if you wanted to use social media and post to all your social media from one place, you can do that from right within our platform. So this is a great feature. It has a calendar, so you would put your social media on here, and then you tell the platform what social media accounts you want it to post out to, if that makes sense. And you can post to them all from one place. You don't have to go into Facebook, Google, all those different things. It posts it all right from the one platform. Okay, so that's built in. And the last thing is our easy setup tutorials. We've got our own help desk tutorial built in. Okay, with all these are video tutorials on how to set it up. And there's a bunch of marketing stuff in here also for you that teaches you about marketing. So pretty exciting stuff. That's a brief, quick overview. I could go on and on for hours. The best thing is if you want to join up, you can join up and you can watch all these videos. There's hundreds of hours on marketing and using the platform inside of here. Obviously, we have direct connection for support that you can contact me for a one-on-one, or you can get our support desk for internet problems, things like that, that are basic. This is our learning calendar. You can book a call with us and we'll spend an hour on that call helping you with whatever you need to book in there. I'm going to jump out of the platform, take a couple questions. And I know James and Andrew, you probably have some comments because James just started using the platform. Some of the other people in the group just started using it. So I know I see a bunch of questions coming in and I want to answer them.
Yeah, I would say, platform wise for us, as I mentioned, if you guys weren't on the call earlier, that it's been paramount just because of the fact that we've been able to access the client information all in one place and communicate all in one place. So we haven't used as much as the lead funnel and bring our Google leads and things in yet. But I don't know how we would have survived these past 5 weeks without it. And I'm not touting it. It's really good. We love it.
Yeah, James doesn't work for the company. Andrew does.
No, but I'm saying is but reality of it is, we have 1,500 clients that we deal with. I don't know how I would have communicated with them all, especially because it came so quick, right? We closed a little early. 4 days later, the state closed us. How do you do that? Like, who's on? You have every staff member on the phone calling clients. I mean, all of a sudden I flipped the switch and I was like, hey, I got it covered. And now it's easy, right? Now it's like 5 weeks in and it's like, I email back, I text back, and I'm like, this is a breeze.
So we've got some questions coming on the platform. It does not integrate with the current Salon software, like I said, but it literally takes 2 minutes to upload your existing clients into our system. They do run side by side because it is a web-based platform. You can run it from anything, your phone, an iPad, a desktop, anywhere you are, sitting on your living room couch with a glass of wine over this COVID crazy stuff. It does it all. If you want something that is going to market, then you'd be remiss not to get it. And I'm not just saying that because I own the company. The reason we came in with a low price, Andrew and I spoke about this in the beginning, and we theoretically could have got $300 a month for it easily because there are just email marketing platforms that are charging more money right now. And we came in at $99 a month. And we guarantee that it will make the $99 or your next month is free. So it's kind of a no-brainer with regard to that. People are asking, does it integrate with all social media? It does every piece of social media except Instagram, because Facebook has blocked all outside platforms from Instagram except a cell phone or an iPad. So in other words, you can't post up unless it's from a phone. And that's just Facebook with Instagram, what they did. All your other social media, it definitely integrates with. It even integrates with your website block. Let's see what else we have in here. Does it work with a Mac? It absolutely works with a Mac. It works from any internet connected device, period. Did a salon owner create this? Yes, a salon owner, me. I created it. So yeah, it's something that Andrew and I have been talking about for years, that the lack in the business has been, how do I track clients coming off of my website? How do I get, where are new clients coming from?
How do I get new clients?
Yeah, even if it's a Facebook ad, I don't want just people clicking on a Facebook ad and not knowing that they became a client. This platform is the one that actually tells you your return on investment. So if you spend $1, I want to know where that dollar went, who the client is, I want their phone number, I want their email, so I can remarket to them.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't need constant contact in this case because it has its own email marketing platform built in. So any type of outbound marketing you want to do, this platform has it built in already.
All built in.
I mean, you could save just by eliminating, one of the things Andrew and I talked about also as coaches, I used to have probably 10 different tools that I spent money on a month. This has replaced all those tools, from a constant contact to a CRM to a separate Facebook ads poster, which I used to use Ad Espresso, all those things. It's replaced it all, literally. So it's saved me.
I just think, Derek, what's important, because we've been in the industry for a long time, as many of you have, and we've seen the evolution of Salon software. Believe it or not, Salon software is relatively new in our industry, especially the widespread use of it. But Salon software is basically, it's for a salon, and boy, there's some dynamite salon softwares that are doing some extraordinary things these days. Really, love some of them. But Salon software is essentially a salon management program. That's what it's about.
No, there's definitely a big divide that we talked about a long time ago.
Yeah.
The Salon software system manages your existing clients. This platform not only helps you market to your existing clients, but is the platform that actually goes out and gets you new clients. And if it doesn't get you new clients, it's free. So I can't think of any better guarantee than that. This destroys Demand Force. Literally does 50 things that Demand Force can't do and does everything Demand Force can do. So if you're with Demand Force paying $297, $300 a month, and you don't jump on this for $200, well, our premium package, I'm not going to lie to you guys, our base package is $99 a month. If you want the premium package, which includes a custom website, that's $200 a month, but it also includes done for you setup. So it's $199. I'd say $200, but it's $199. But it does work with any website platform, provided you plug it into your website, whoever's administering your website. If you're on our premium platform, we do everything for you, including putting it into the website. Yes, the address salonninja.com. Can we log in and see a tutorial? You have to, if you want a hands-on tutorial on the website, there's a button to set up a tutorial, and I'd be welcome to walk you through that. There is a video on the website to look at it. Right now, it is to the group. I have a group special. It's on the website right now for a short time. It's going to be for how many accounts, Andrew, are we doing? 50?
50.
So for the first 50, we're going to give you 60 days free. So to get you through this whole COVID thing, we're doing 60 days free. I can't think of a better offer than that. And that's kind of our gift to you, because we're going to be working our asses off for those 60 days to get you this platform, set it up. And we're paying for the platform because obviously there's a high cost to administering the servers. So,
hey, Derek, somebody just asked, is this universal in terms of North America overall? Can this work in Canada?
No, it's
or other
worldwide.
places?
You can work from Canada, Europe, just about any place. It's not specifically for the United States. I mean, obviously we built it here, but it can be used in other countries.
So when Andrew moves to Mars with Elon Musk and
That's right. That's right.
I'm there, buddy. I'm there. Get away from the virus.
Hey, listen, Andrew's on
Well,
the list. I saw
our
the
luck,
list.
we have
There's
a
20
space-
people that are
I
on
know
there.
that.
Your name. Listen, you were number 20, but you were definitely on there.
Your answer, Ida, does it have an app? It works from mobile phones. You don't need an app to work it from a mobile phone. It resizes itself to any device. So guys, just so you know, if stuff is they call it mobile responsive. If a software is built properly, it resizes itself automatically to the device you're on. Can we integrate the client info from Mevo? Yes, you just upload the data from Mevo into our system. It does not have a direct connection yet. We are working with software companies now. I'm proud to say that Salon, well, should I say it, Andrew?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So our first integration we're working on is with Rosie and Salon Runner. So we're excited about that. Great company. I know the guys there very well, and we're excited to get that going. Will we be integrating with other platforms? Yes. But for right now, it's a standalone platform and it works fine as a standalone. It literally takes 2 minutes to transfer your client information into the platform.
Yeah, it'll be extraordinary when there's the integrations. Right now, it's just fantastic. I mean, it's an integration.
I mean, guys, I didn't even go into the one thing, which is the coolest thing, I think. Not only does the platform get the information, but it sends it to a Google Sheet, if you prefer, at your front desk. And the front desk gets the client information with a little tag that says, call the client now. And on the right-hand side, it asks for the employee's initials that they called and what the notes were from the phone call. It says, hey, Sally, you got a lead. Hey, front desk, Sally downloaded your coupon and you need to call her now. So the platform is just, and the tracking on it is the best of all, because I'm all about, if you're putting stuff out there, you need to be track what you're spending and who the client you are getting from it is. And this platform absolutely does it. I'm so excited over it. I can't even tell you.
I mean, when your front desk when you're working it, you can get as high as, what is it, 60%? We have salons that are getting 60% of the people who express interest, who downloaded a coupon, actually coming into the salon.
Yeah, which is just blown out of the water. I mean, the average, if you get a click on Google or Facebook, the average is about 10% will convert. We're at 60% rates because of the system tracking. Your front desk gets a call script that they use when they call the people to say, hey, Susie, I saw you downloaded a coupon. We're interested in getting you in for your first appointment. You have any questions, that kind of thing. We have call scripts built for all this, and it's right inside the platform.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Sally, I know you said it's the most, yeah, I am very excited about this platform. You have no idea, because the clients that actually were in the beta just destroyed it with getting new clients prior to COVID kicking in. So again, on software partnerships, we're working on all the companies right now. The first one we're working with is Rosie Salon Software. Eventually, we hope to be tied into all the salon platforms. If you guys are in other salon softwares and you're using Edgar, or the ones that are tied into or Frederick, or maybe Demand Force, guys, our stuff just makes them look like silly. It's silly.
They are good. Look,
yeah.
Whatever you're using is a good platform. Really. And there's a lot of good ones. This is an extraordinary platform. It's different, and we are guaranteeing that you get the results. You're going to make money from this. And
yeah, guys, your recommended platforms, Salon Ultimate, STX. If any of you guys know the owners, you have them contact us. If they want to build an API into our platform, then we're all for it. We are here to help the industry, not take away from the industry. That's why we're coming in at a low price, and we're guaranteeing that it pays for itself. I had so many of my clients, and myself included, I used to use Demand Force, and they had that in the beginning. They used to say the platform will pay for itself, or your next month is free, and then they gave that up. Well, we're coming in, and the platform does pay for itself, or your next month is free. So Salon Ninja does not confirm appointments. That is your booking system. Salon Ninja is to get you new clients and or communicate with your existing clients. So you can think of it as a twofold thing. You're going to fill your chairs with new clients, and you're going to communicate with your existing clients. That's basically what it does, guys. From a personal standpoint, coming as a salon owner at this, the reason we created it was out of frustration. I used to spend a ton of money on Facebook ads. I used to not be able to track coupons, things like that. Sometimes you could tag a specific phone number to a coupon if you were running it, so it rang on a different number so you could track it, things like that. I always wondered where my Google money was going on my Google clicks, or for the most part, the biggest thing that bothered me is my damn website. So many of you have websites and all they are is a pretty picture, right? You don't know who's coming on that website, what they're doing with the website. You just don't know. This platform now takes those people that are going onto your website and converts them to clients, shows you that they were on your website, and shows you that they became a client and how much money you made from it. Bella, you said websites suck. The salon I just showed you made $22,000 just off of their website with this platform.
Yeah, no
Websites,
no Google advertising, no Facebook, nothing.
people think websites blow Facebook away, blow any social media away. You don't realize it because you can't track who went to your website and why. Okay, so what I'm saying, and think of your website as your home, right? And this has nothing to do with the platform. Your website, most people have this beautiful home, right? We're looking at it from the front yard, the street, okay? And we all strive for that. What's our front page on our website look like? Well, guess what? We just had a party at our house, right? And it's going to be the grandest party there is. But we locked all the windows and doors. So nobody can get into that party. We don't know who's coming to the party because they can't come to the party. This platform unlocks your website to make you money. So it's opening the doors and windows to your house, which is your website, which is the most important thing you can do. How do you drive people to your website? The platform helps you do that. Heidi, we built your website. Believe me, the traffic is going to be coming in there after the COVID thing is over. It's probably coming in there right now, but right now nobody's buying. We're closed, right? So right now the platform is a communications platform. It's for you to get set up till you get back operational, and then it's going to start bringing in the new clients. Because
Derek,
you're going to have a gap after those 2 weeks.
Maybe you can explain just how to answer that question. How websites are sitting out there in the World Wide Web. The idea is to get visitors, the right visitors. How do you do that?
Yeah, so that's really, the system does connect to do a little of that, right? The system has some landing pages, SEO built in, things like that. What really gets you the most traffic to your website is called backlinks. What a backlink is when you are connected to outside entities, whether it's Google, Facebook, a web page, another person's web page, blogging. That's why blogging is so damn important, because Google reads your blog. Look, I hardly ever read blogs. I really do. I don't unless I see it on social media. Okay, but guess what Google does? The first thing it does when it goes in your website is it's reading your blog. And that blog better have your stuff in there, plus it better have a connection to an outside link that says, maybe if you want this hairstyle, and it's connected to Vogue, and it's showing a picture of a Vogue hairstyle with their web link, then come to our salon with your web link in there and put that all in the blog, and you're going to get a shit ton of SEO off of that, which drives Google to put people towards your website. And that's what it's all about, guys. Getting your directory listings, getting your blog done, hooking other platforms into your website so you can track that stuff. Super duper important. We have lessons on that. I can help you with that. But, if you're on a platform, you're going to get you're not going to have to pay for these lessons. It's just how you get this stuff going. If you're doing your website, somebody want to know if you get SEO off a product. You can get SEO off a product if you're backlinking. More SEO, and now what's SEO means for anybody that doesn't know what it means search engine optimization. Okay, what that means is, who searches our websites? Google. That's who crawls your website on a daily basis. You need to have all the stuff in there listed properly. Your pictures have to be tagged, things like that. So when Google crawls your website, it's getting that information and it's sending more people to your website. That's the easiest way I can explain it. You'll get people out there who try and wamboozle you on, spend thousands of dollars on SEO. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars on SEO. You need to get the basics right, and you can do it all on your own.
Well, also too, Derek, anybody on the call that takes advantage of the offer where they get it free for, what did you say, 2 months?
2 months, yeah.
2 months. There's a ton of videos that are on. So even for you self-starters that want to jump in and say, hey, I don't want to set up. I know salon owners sometimes are so hesitant. You're working on other stuff, and who's got their PPP loan and who's still working on SBA stuff. Jump on. It's 2 months free, so who cares? Derek's got, how many videos are up there, Derek?
Oh, there's probably, I think, 50 videos already.
Yeah, I mean, at least 50 videos. So you can almost go line by line and set it up and say, hey, is it something I can utilize? It's pretty easy from my perspective. And, I handle our technology for our company, but it you know, was turnkey for me. But go through the videos, it was so. I mean, listen. To be honest, Derek went through so many steps in the videos that I wish I could have done the 15-second Netflix fast forward because it was so many. I was like, all right, I get it. Yeah, I got to type my name and my address. I get it.
I'm just trying to
No,
teach, right? So.
I will rephrase that. It was very detailed, which is good for all you people that like details. But they were so easy, and there's so many videos that if you want to look at just certain points that you may utilize, but for the money factor of it, from what something like Demand Force costs, and by no means is it a plug. Because listen, you guys get 2 months free. I still pay full price, so we have to. We're going to talk about this after the call.
Negative.
But reality of it is, for what something like a Demand Force costs, or whatever your software you think does for you, that communication dashboard has been so paramount during a time like this. And you know, Andrew knows, right? We're in a construction area, right? Every once in a while, they decide to close the whole street for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And I was kind of using text messaging to say what clients are in today. And I had to personally text them, hey, you got to park across the street and all this stuff. Now I'm looking at it during a pandemic and I'm like, oh, crap. If I had the software, I could have clicked the button and plugged all these clients in and said, hey, don't park in the parking lot today because there's a water main break. And it would have saved me, you know, an hour in the morning of going in early just for something as easy as that.
Yeah, guys, somebody just asked a question. Can you give the difference in the two often, the 99 and the 199? The 199 includes the social media platform, includes the Beauty Guru platform, which we personalize and set up the emails with your stylist for you. And it also includes the customized website. So you're getting a big value in the 199 platform. I mean, the website alone that we give you has a bunch of paid stuff built into it, and is easily, we used to sell it for over $3,000 just for the website. If you have a website, we'll redo it for you in that platform.
Yeah.
So
it's great. It works.
Yeah, guys, I'm not, you know, you have the web address. You guys want to get involved, that's great. So emails from Salon Interactive going through Rosie are going to spam. Listen, so that happens with every email platform. It doesn't, you know, the first email you send out, you got to remind your clients, however you're getting in touch with them, to
white list.
White label it, right? Because you know, when you're coming from a marketing perspective, these days Google puts most stuff into the third tab, which is it's not marketing. I forget what it's called. You have 3 tabs across the top right now. You have your inbox, you have your social media, and then there's one more tab. I don't even know what they are now. But you know, if your customers are looking out for it and you're letting them know, once they get it once and they open that email, then from that point forward, they're going to be getting those emails without them going to spam. An important part also is when you're sending an email is also to send a text message to remind them that there's an email waiting for them in their inbox. Okay, some simple techniques. You know, James, you know, I don't know about you, but you know, for personal communication, I find that the voicemail drops are just mind blowing.
Well, I told you in the beginning, if everybody wasn't on the pre-call. They used to use this crazy tape deck machine where you'd record a message, and it was life insurance industry like had the lock on that until it became illegal in New Jersey, amongst other states, where they ran it all night and it just dialed phone numbers. And I'm sure a lot of you guys now in the salon business get these weird text messages about working capital and all this stuff. But these are your clients, right? You're importing the data. So these are people you have a relationship with. You're not blindly calling them. And even if you use the funnels and things from people that went to your website, these are people that went to your site. They opted in already. So you're communicating with your people. So that voicemail drop, to not have to call, and I said that in the beginning, I had to call 70 clients that first week. So you're under duress, you decided to close, our staff is worried.
I remember the phone call to me. James was in a panic. He's like, well, oh my God, I got to call the next 3 days worth of clients. It's going to be hundreds of phone calls. And I said, drop a voicemail drop.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want, I know Andrew knows a lot of famous people, but if I gave you my call log from the very first Monday when we were closed, you guys would all shit your pants because I know I'm unassuming.
We know you know famous people.
Well, I mean,
we know.
My list of my confidants, the people I call to get my advisory group, I would say, was crazy. And having the software.
So a couple of people are saying if you don't need to create create a new website, that's fine. If you don't need to create a new website and you're kind of in between and you want the social media package and the beauty guru package, then you just get me on the phone, contact me, and we'll set a custom package up specifically for you that will be less than the $200.
Yeah, and I mean, communication has always been key with our clients, right? And I know you guys that are behind the chair and still have to deal with clients. It's, listen, Facebook Messenger, and you know how many, everybody's been closed for weeks, right? So who message you through Yelp, and who sends a Facebook message, and who sends a text directly to you that you've been friends with for so long, and you start to lose your mind, right? You're getting messages all over the place, and maybe you're homeschooling, and you're like, hey, it's 10 o'clock, and I got 3 kids in homeschool right now, so in our house, I'm teaching 7th grade, 6th grade, and 3rd grade at the same time, and you're asking me if I'll come to your backyard and cut your hair. It's like, what my wife says to me? She's like, I'm going to send you, and I'm going to go with my lawnmower, and I'm just going to go right over, and I'm going to charge you 10 grand, and I'll go in the full astronaut suit and do it. But, it just keeps it all in one place. So for a sanity perspective in a time of duress, what about when it's not a time of duress? What if it's your Sunday and you're off? Do you want to deal with all this crap all over the place, or do you want one dashboard that you can log into and get all that information? Like, we should all be looking back for sanity. I know we all want to open and we're excited, but when we open and we want these best practices and sanitation and stuff that everybody knows already, and you're going to go above and beyond, what about your own personal time, right? Like your personal time now is so infiltrated with cooking 3 meals a day if you're lucky. Depending on how many people are in your house, I feel like we're cooking 12 a day. It's sort of like a diner in the kitchen.
Well, you have kids. That's yeah. So my daughter and my boyfriend are here, or her boyfriend, right? So it's like all of a sudden it went from my wife and I having these nice quiet dinners to like, okay,
in your wine cellar, right?
Yeah, let's play the food game, right? And I'm like, I don't play the food game well. It drives me nuts,
Yeah.
So.
But that's what you guys should look at, is like,
Steve said it last night, really, that this COVID-19 is going to change everything. And the big things that it changes are our relationships. And the biggest thing, at least for me and for people I know, is it changes our relationship, number one, with ourselves. We get to pause and look and ask ourselves, do we want to go back to the madness that we were experiencing? If we remember, we're stressed now, but I don't know any owner who wasn't kind of stressed before. This just amped it up.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. So one of the things we create tools for, right, is to try and 2 things. Number 1, alleviate stress. Okay. Well, it's 3 things. Number 2 is stop the tool confusion, as you and I used to call it, where you have to go to 50 different platforms, and you're like, as a salon owner, you're now all of a sudden trying to be a marketer and know how to use 50 different platforms. We've been fortunate enough to be able to consolidate it down to 2 platforms, ours and whatever salon system you're using on a regular basis. Okay. And number 3 is the price. The price point's really important. Salon owners are not, some are, okay, but the majority of salon owners have to watch every dime that goes out the door. And I used to, when our salons first started out and there wasn't a lot of money coming through, $297 a month for demand force used to every month I'd look at that ticket, right? Because in my mind, it wasn't producing me any money. Now, if something produces me money and can prove it produces me money, I'll spend whatever it is, because that's a return on investment. So, but during this reset, things like this, you should be looking at your tools. You should be looking at having tools that can communicate with your clients, whether it's your salon platform, whether it's Salon Ninja, it doesn't matter, but it has to be personal communication. So when you're sending emails, texts, whatever it is, it cannot sound like the machine sending the message. It's got to be personal, because marketing and continuing to keep your clients is all about trust. And if you're using something digital, that digital system has to communicate trust with your clients.
Hey, Derek, so you had a couple of calls that seemed, and welcome Beth Minardi to Facebook Live.
That's my girl.
Beth, we've missed you, Beth. But you had Carol and Dee sort of ask similar things about, freeing up time. I'm paraphrasing what they're saying, but
Sure.
about being able to free up time and things like that, which obviously you guys know your time is you're, self-distancing, but contained at home. Your time is a crazy thing right now. But they asked about what the actual cost is, and how it's probably better if they actually demo it. So if you can give them an idea on the call what the cost is and how they can set up a demo.
Yeah, I said it earlier. The cost is $99 for the base level a month. It is 2 months free right now. In any month that it doesn't pay for itself, you get the next month free. It's easy to track that because our dashboard says how much money you've made off of the system, as I showed earlier in the webinar, right? So that's the base version. The next level is our premium version, which is $199 a month, which includes a custom website, the social media platform, and our Beauty Guru platform, our matching system. That's all built into that platform. Plus, we set the system up for you personally instead of you walking through the video demos and us answering your questions. It's all done for you. So that's the difference in the platform. If you're somewhere in between and you already have a custom website, but you want the extra features, then by all means, just contact us on Salon Ninja. There's a contact form, or just instant message me. You guys are in the group. Just shoot me a message. Hey, Derek, you know what? I'm somewhere in between and I want the extra features. How can we work something out? So no big deal. We're here. We built this group, right? So it's not just about the software. We've got this group and we're always available one way or the other. And we're not going to ruin our reputation of having 10,000 salons in our groups over, fudging numbers or saying this is the way it is and that's the only way it is. We're flexible. We were salon owners. We built this for salon owners, knowing what salon owners need and what's been missing.
I think a demo, it's like anything else. A demo is going to show you what you have versus what you can have. Some of you may not want the extra work or may not want to streamline. I know as somebody that's super anal and runs the front desk, I always jokingly say that if Naha had an award for the best bitchy receptionist in the world, I would win every year. You'd
be Roz.
That's a great idea, actually.
James is Roz.
I will take you on, whether it's on stage or in the alley. I will win that award every year. But anything that makes your life easier, why not make it easier, right? So we're in this whole time period where everybody's so worried about how we open and reflecting on, I should have done my website better or I should have done a better job with my payroll and actually use the company or an accountant. Why not use that?
James, let me just cut in here. I know a lot of you are posting comments on Facebook. Guys, if you're already on the beta version in Facebook, have been using this, please tell the group, the Facebook group, how it's been working out for you. Just, I see Linda, you're in here. If you can give a quick post out as to how it worked for you. I know you were using the platform and some of you others are using it. So yeah, Beth, the desk, this platform is great for the desk because it also pushes the desk to actually make phone calls to these potential new clients and it tracks it. It actually records the phone calls coming in. So there's a lot of cool stuff in here.
You can really create great games around it.
Oh yeah. And guys, the platform is not fixed. The platform is open. So if you want to create forms, surveys, things to your own liking, go for it. I've got a couple clients that are doing COVID surveys on the platform and getting them out through text, email, voicemail, all those things. So their clients, when they're coming in, are having to fill out the survey prior to be able to come in, right? And it's part of their appointment booking process. So you can do all kinds of fun stuff. Tracy, I see you answering. Very funny.
Well, it's all, so if you guys, I know we've talked to a lot of famous hairstylists, but I'm really good friends with Sal Masseri, who's out of Chicago, who's been a NAHA winner a bunch of times. So I texted him a message. He said, hey, beauty schools went online in New Jersey. I think I'm going to get my license while we're stuck home. And I said, I'll be the first person to win Rookie of the Year at 50. So he had a good laugh on that. But
yeah, well, I see somebody in here posting about Beth Minardi lighting. I had Beth Minardi lighting in our salons too. Beth, where's my commission check?
Well, Beth Minardi is going to sell nightgowns.
Yeah, right.
I'm only teasing Beth. I'm sorry.
Beth Minardi lighting is great.
It is. It really is.
It is great.
It's
yeah.
But she was the first, right? So you take something as simple as lighting, and she really kind of made it a thing. So people actually look at lighting. So if this pandemic is going to make people look back on how they ran their business, if lighting was something that's so important to salons, 10 years ago, and Beth was able to do that, and she was LED, right, Andrew?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was LED 10 years ago
Nope.
or more. So you start to look at how do you better your business? How do you save money and maximize your time so you can have some time off? I mean, who wants to work 7 days a week,
Well, we're gonna
right? Like,
look, guys. The first 2 weeks, that's what it's going to be, right? So this platform will help you alleviate some of the stress of phone calls, messaging, things like that. But you know, we're going to have a gap period. Once the gangbusters is over, there's going to be a tiny gap period where it's going to be time to start, going back to normal and filling those books again, right?
Yep. Yep. And there's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of salons
Beth,
closed.
Beth's still waiting on her check from the company that builds the lighting.
hey, listen, guys, when Ted Gibson closed a few years ago, right, it was all over every salon trade that why is Ted Gibson's going out of business? And then he opened in LA, and now he has these eggs you sit in, and it makes you completely hairless in one setting. You can put your own Spotify in. It's like a water bath, so it's like being reborn, and you come out like an alien with no hair at all. And they only charge you like $5,000 a visit. So maybe he was onto something. Maybe this single pod creation of something is, it's sort of like Alien. You burst out of the shell and you're reborn with no eyebrows, and you just get to spend that time trying to regrow everything back. I'm just saying, Ted, if you're on the call.
And Andrew's got some followers here. Look at this.
Oh, well,
And not in a creepy stalker way. That's very funny.
I love her.
No, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So, guys, this is good stuff. So,
This is good. Derek.
and I love this personal setting we're in right now. I love to be able to communicate with everybody in the group and on Zoom. I'm not ending this, so what I want to do is I want to open it up to, you saw the platform tonight. We filled the time. I really feel bad that Stacy didn't come on tonight. I think maybe something must have happened. I apologize from my heart to you, but I'm sure if it happened, something serious happened, and I hope Stacy's okay tonight. Yeah. That's my wish for tonight. But guys, let's bring on the questions. It could be regular questions. Doesn't have to be around the Ninja platform. I'm enjoying this. We'll stay for a little bit if you want to stay. If not, I'll kick it off. Just you say the word. Post it in a group or post it on here. You want to ask questions, ask. If you want to call it a night, call it a night. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, if you guys have questions, definitely post them like Derek said. I know Lisa had posted a question about, how much time will it take to utilize daily? What I will tell you, Lisa, is that if you structure your time in, so for me, like now while we're off, I'm on the computer, more than a few hours a day, but I make a point to sit on longer than maybe many people would during the regular day. But say from 9 to 11, I'm focusing just on answering.
I just noticed Beth's message. Sorry. Yeah. Of course, she had to say outside of Bloomingdale's. No, you got to be outside of Target now.
Yeah, of course. Well, I told her I'd buy her dinner if she'd highlight my hair. I just don't know what she's gonna. I want to be fully silver.
I love it.
I want the Guy Tang effect. I want to be silver and then turned purple. But yeah, so.
Oh, by the way, Beth, I'm going to be talking to you because my daughter said I want Beth to fix my hair. Guess what? It's jet black, and she's a blonde. Yeah. Good luck, Beth.
Well, Beth, what's funny is Beth has an infamous saying for saying, if they come back in and want to change it, it's all corrective color, right? So, she's, she's obviously on the higher end in Manhattan, but, oh, you want to change? It's corrective.
Yeah. Of course. That very funny. Good stuff. Guys, keep the questions coming. We're loving this stuff.
Yeah, let's see. Bella, yes, you are going to love Salon Ninja. Bella, in terms of credit card swiping, not our qual.
Not in our wheelhouse.
Not our. What is it, Andrew? Not our dog, not our race. What do they say? It's we're we're not going to go down that road. That's a hard one.
Yeah, my Beth, just so you know, my daughter wants to go from black to rose gold. Good luck with that.
Well, I want to go from Timex to Rolex, so it's probably the same thing, right? Actually, it's not even Timex. I think it's.
Bella said
I think
you
my
said
daughter
any
made
questions.
this while we were home.
You're right, Bella. Any questions? Any questions?
I like this one, Sally. It's all corrective now after our social distance, like pretty much, right? Imagine the amount of box colors everybody's going to be fixing. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Well, that's what, we've been talking about this all along that, something like Zoom may be a platform. If you're going to have to streamline your services, whatever your state mandates, using something like Zoom to schedule virtual consultations with your staff, even if you do it now, just to do a catch up. Christine, who's all of our friend, I don't know if Christine is on tonight. She had a few different stylists go on with her. They set up a standing open Zoom call and they invited their clients to say, hey, we're going to be on from 12 to 1 o'clock if they want to come in. And Leanne, who's one of her main stylists, had like 20 clients pop on. And it was just communication, and they didn't ask anything hair related. They were just happy to see somebody that they are their confidant. And she said it was great. And we may start to do that this week, is to have individual stylists on with us and answer questions that they have them. But truthfully, your clients love you. They come in for a specific experience outside of the service. If you can't do that experience because of the sanitation and the weird protocols the states are going to mandate, you may want to do that contact before they get in. I mean, you're going to have a mask on. I talked to someone that works in a hospital today, and we were talking about the conversations behind the mask. So the stronger the mask, the less you can talk behind it. So we talked about what does that look like. So that virtual consultation beforehand, it might not even be something you want to do. You may have to do it just to get through some of the nuts and bolts.
And what if you use Salon Ninja to send an intake form that automatically sends a virtual setup once they fill out that intake form, correct? Right? And we could do that in Salon Ninja. It's not hard to do. It's very easy to do through a survey or a form system. And then you do a Zoom call connected right into it, to talk about that client. I don't know how, none of us can predict how crazy it's going to be going back. It may be slow because of protocols slowing us down on purpose, but at some point the floodgates are going to be open and you've got to be prepared. So, James, you got questions coming in? I can answer the ones. I'll answer the ones on here. Does Salon Iris software work with Ninja? All Salon software works with Ninja because right now we're a standalone platform and all you have to do is upload your client list from your Salon Iris into Salon Ninja.
Yeah, and do you have she had, wait, hold on a second. Jennifer, I don't want to say who was, I want to say the wrong name who had the question. While I'm reading, Jeff, our friend Jeff at Aura Mirrors, he's got some fun stuff in terms of.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Jeff, you better be sending one out here. I'll be doing a Zoom.
Yeah, right. Somebody asked about Maryland. Did we talk about Maryland yet?
We didn't. Yeah, you and I did. Obviously, that's with the first responder thing. And
Yeah,
guys, my recommendation is going to be don't do it. Don't open just for first responders. I understand it's from your heart, okay? But number one, the limits on it are ridiculous. You'd have to charge $100 a haircut, on a
probably more
shaving a guy's head or more, right? Just to make a buck, and you'd be putting yourself at risk. You really would, because first responders are typically the people that are going to be around people with COVID. So it's up to you. I'm not saying they're bad people. They're great people, and I appreciate what they're doing. But you know what? Hand them a pair of clippers and say, shave your head at home.
Yeah, and one of the things that was weird about the rule was, I read through the state mandate, and it says first responders and essential, they need to have a particular haircut to perform their job. So if it's a nurse that has bangs that has to wear a face shield, or if it's somebody in the military or a police officer that needs to have a certain type of hairstyle, not only do they have to have that type of job, but they have to come in with a notice from their employer saying they need that particular type of haircut. So there would be no color or anything else that, we all know money. We make money on color, but you could still only do one client at a time. So if your salon was 250 square feet or 25,000 square feet, you have one client. So you're going to, and listen, no offense. We have a lot of friends that are police and military and everything else. I would rather figure out a way to do one of those weird cuts with the tree cutting pole and do it in my yard.
Or the guy that just did it with the what the hell do you call those? the little helicopter thingies,
Yeah, the
right?
drone.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
when
drone,
you
a
think
drone.
about it, though,
That was hysterical.
from the state aspect to have you open, so for all the money it costs to run a salon, not even being open, right? So the rent you can't change, the phone bill you can't change. Yeah, your utilities are, subjective based on how open you are. So whatever those costs are that hopefully you guys all know at this point after, you know, 900 years of us doing these calls that you know your numbers, you're going to open for 5 haircuts a day.
It's just not. It's just not.
Well, it's just,
It's not a smart move.
but
Wait,
here's
wait.
the thing, right? So we spent the beginning of these calls of saying that we're not respected for people in the hair industry, that we're not treated like Andrew and I talked about Dr. Lou as people that touch people.
Yeah.
And in New Jersey, that especially Bergen County and New York, that we're so affected. Now they're looking at us like, hey, we're going to be third to go back because we're one step away from healthcare. So we're non-essential, but we're so essential that we have to be considered in the same respect. But you're going to say, hey, you can open for 5 clients and charge them. I would rather say, hey, I'm going to open and buzz all the cops non-licensed, because you don't give a crap about whether I'm open or not. So I don't have a license. So
Exactly.
I'll go in fully, alien masked and everything else, and I'll shave every cop's head for them as a
Do a
thank you
cut,
for
do a cut-a-thon.
Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you don't. But like, who's making these decisions that are just crazy?
So Jessica had a good question on Facebook. On average, how many clients does the Ninja platform bring in weekly? Prior to this COVID thing, it was averaging about 25 new clients a week without spending a dime on advertising. The people that were spending money on advertising were bringing in higher volume. What I mean by that is if they were running Facebook or Google ads and connecting that with the Ninja platform and tracking the data, was bringing in even more. So again, the platform, the base price is $99 a month. That's basically one new client pays for that. So
Derek,
Yeah.
20 people coming in the doors, or let's be clear, or 20 leads who you're.
So we'll take Platinum, for instance, right?
Yeah.
So they were averaging over 100 leads a month. Coming through the door, they were averaging about 20 new clients a week.
Correct.
So they had to hire, I don't know, 2 or 3 new stylists. I don't know if Michaeline's on here tonight, but they had to hire stylists just to keep up with the volume. So.
Yeah. You get more people coming through the doors than you get now.
Yeah, look, if you pay $99 for the platform and it makes you 200, was it a good buy? Yes. It's a kind of a no-brainer. So, that's up to you guys. Again, let's go on to regular questions. We don't even need to talk about Salon Ninja. If you want to know about Salon Ninja, just book an appointment with me. I'll walk you through a demo. It's on the Salon Ninja website, salonninja.com, and I'll hook you up with that. But let's talk about the reality of things, right? So.
Yeah, and if you guys ask questions, re-ask them, because I know we sort of were all over the map, and some good questions came in. I'm trying to answer on both platforms.
So Oscar, we're averaging actually 60. Oscar
60.
just had 80 clients out of 100. So no, that is just one account, and that account happens to close 60% of the leads or more, actually. So Oscar, they're getting 80 new clients, but their leads are a hell of a lot more than 80. So. The conversion rates.
I'm in that private
group. Conversion rate's been averaging about 60%. So, you know what? And a conversion rate of 60% for anybody that knows anything about advertising is just mind blowing, because the average conversion rate is 10%. We're getting it done. So.
Well, look at, if you do online advertising, right? Besides Facebook, and you select the demographic, the rates are like ridiculous, right? They used to say, oh, you had 0.02 clicks on your website, so that's great, and you spend $1,000 a month. That's really good.
Yeah, somebody just brought up avatars, very important point. So if anybody doesn't know what avatars are, the first lesson in marketing is to identify who your ideal client is, right? That's your client avatar. You make them up in your mind who that is, and you build that avatar, and that's who you market to specifically. And that's just lesson 1 of marketing, and you can study this. You can just type in client avatars advertising on the internet, and it'll give you a million different classes for free on creating your ideal client avatar. And it's probably one of the most important lessons in marketing. Who is your audience, and how do I market to them? And who is your audience? It's your client avatar. It's your make-believe client who you want to be your client in the salon.
Yeah, and then you really learn about them, and then you use your imagination, how they would talk, what they want to hear from you, how they want to hear from you, you know, and so you speak their language.
So Tracy wants to know, can you talk more about stylists getting CE hours for these Facebook Lives that we've been doing? At the end of this program, we're going to be sending out certificates. Now, each state's different with continuing education, but if you want me to contact whoever you need to contact for the continuation credits, we'll be giving out certificates if you complete and watch all the videos. If you don't complete and watch all the videos, and we are going to be putting out a survey test on all the videos to get those certificates. So we know that you've watched the videos and you've learned the business rules that we're teaching.
Someone had asked a question, Derek, you know, they're losing track of, there's been so much, they're losing track of who's who and what's what. And I said, we're sending out, there's an email going out to everyone tomorrow that summarizes what we've done so far with links to all the YouTube videos. So, you know, it's Patty and what she talked about, and you can just link it up.
Okay, so Andrew, with that, guys, make sure you check your spam mail just in case, because it could happen, and whitelist us when you're getting those emails. It'll be under the same emails as when we send the invites to the Zoom, but make sure you look at your email and you whitelist it, because it's going to be important. Andrew's going to be sending out, like he said, an email tomorrow with a follow-up on all this stuff. It's important. Nicholas French had to reschedule. Somebody just asked about that. Andrew will be doing that with Nick to get him rescheduled back on the books. Let's see, what are some of the PPE needed to reopen? I posted that in a group today. Barbicide had a good article that I posted in the Salon Owner Mastermind group today. So take a look at that, right? Let's see. I saw a good question too. What is the formula to charge a COVID-19 surcharge? How do you do it? And that makes sense. Yeah, so you'll know by some of the past webinars we've done that you should be charging a COVID surcharge. What I want you to call it, though, is not a COVID surcharge. Call it a COVID care charge, right? Just like we have green, if you're a Green Circle Salon, there's a charge with that. James, what do they call the charge, the add-on charge? A recycling charge?
Yeah.
What do they call it?
So the green purse is what Green Circle typically calls it. But you know what I would say to you guys is that when I work with salons about trying to create more money, so my specialty is on the retail side and that client experience. You guys all don't charge enough, right? How many salon owners haven't raised prices in 5 years according to how how the economy changes or cost of living changes? So use it to, I don't want to say it in a bad way. You're going to need to charge those fees to cover all the extra PPE.
Yeah, guys, we had a coaches webinar the other day just for us coaches, everybody that's involved in this group, and we've pretty much come up with the standard is probably going to be about $10, okay? Because it's going to be
best guess, right?
Best guess is about $10. So in my mind, to tell you right now, you should be charging every client a $10, whatever you want to call it a COVID care charge, COVID cleaning charge, whatever, something nice that sounds nice. Don't raise your prices. Okay. Raise your prices if your customers forgot what you were charging and you're underpricing right now, but you should still have the COVID charge on top.
See, and Derek and I will disagree a little bit on this, is that I would put it on there if your software allows it, that it's a state. So if the state mandates that I need to do X, Y, Z, I would put that on that state of New Jersey COVID charge.
Well, I don't disagree with that, James. I just don't agree with raising your prices and building it into your price.
Yeah,
what I think it should be is a separate charge, just like a tax, right?
It has to be.
I think it's going to be vitally important because now we have time before the service and after the service to clean up. So our appointments are going to become longer. We're going to have to stagger appointments. Okay. We're probably going to have an assistant. If you don't have an assistant, you're probably going to have a assistant running around scrubbing, everything that people touch in the salon. And so this is, I can't tell you how important this is. We did average tickets. Say you do, what we say, 150, let's just say 150 tickets a month, right? That's $1,500 a month. So if your assistant's making 600 a month or whatever it is, who's cleaning all the time, then your disposals or the other costs, you're going to have about 10% on top of your normal cost. You're going to have a new cost that's going to be about 10%,
Yeah.
which is 10 bucks. You know, your average single in a blowout an hour long, right? That's $100. Let's just use that as a number. 10% is $10. So you should be charging $10, at least a $10 COVID charge. If you don't do it, you're being a fool and you're going to hurt yourself business wise.
Yeah, and I have to tell you that how many times have you heard? I mean, we're in an upscale, you know, Bergen County is obviously an upper income area, and you know, our dilemma always is getting beauty school graduates as assistants because they're sort of on the outskirts, and you know, everybody. I think we have a 94, 96% college entry rate where we are, so it's not easy to have the people that may be the creatives. Their parents are all championing them to go to college, but how many times have you heard of, you know, a single mom or someone that's looking for extra income that can't find a great job and doesn't want to go and you know, listen, our grocery store workers have been a linchpin in making sure that we all survive during this. So I hope you guys are, for the people that discounted the baggers in the grocery store, they have like the second crappiest job after nurses at this point, right? They're stuck. You know, who doesn't wear a mask? Now you have to in New Jersey. Who's touching every eggplant?
Hey,
No. So Jennifer
you're
just
speaking
said,
to a former bagger.
if you're a stylist,
It's not just now. It was a crummy
always,
job.
yeah.
But you know,
James, I just saw something that makes me want to flip out. If your stylists are so freaking greedy that they want commission on a COVID charge, you need to find a new goddamn stylist. And I'm
yeah,
sorry to use that language,
That's
but
not.
that makes me so angry. It's unreal.
That's not. It's a non-commissionable.
It's non-negotiable. Period.
And and you have a good point here. Um, Carol said, I don't believe the word COVID should be on the charge. Hey, that's, you know, whatever you believe should be on the charge, create something, just
Correct.
whatever's going to work for you. That's totally cool. We're just, we're using it because it's direct and we believe people will understand it. But
well, I also think too that, you know, you have so you have a pool of college kids that haven't been in college or at work all this time, that obviously if they've gone through a certain amount of college, they're, and I'm not saying listen, I went to the school of hard knocks, and I'll, you know, different mentality overall, but you have people that are available and willing to work. So there may be a way to kind of bring in staff that isn't going to be so concerned about you training them to cut hair. Hey, listen, maybe you turn somebody on. Maybe you bring somebody that's done a year or two of college and they're a creative and they're like, hey, I'm not loving Northwestern and I would love to get into business like that. So you find somebody new to bring into the system. But there are people that are home that are trainable that you can bring on to help facilitate this. You know, if you say, hey, I'm hiring you as a housekeeper, people are like, if you say, hey, I'm bringing you in as somebody to handle this very specific thing because of the pandemic that's going on, it looks better on your resume, right? So when you say, hey, I was a housekeeper for a really cool hair salon in town, you sort of have, it's a better job. Give them a certificate and.
yeah, I mean, Nikki, if you remember, was talking about all these position descriptions. Create one. Create something.
Yeah.
And have it formalize it.
Everybody knows their
like that.
clientele. Yeah, Andrew, everybody knows their clientele better than we do, right?
Absolutely.
We're the speakers. So you need to know the wording, you need to know your clientele, and you'll know what to say to them. I mean, but don't be afraid of this. And no, it's not about profit. Somebody just posted, yes, it's not about, you were 100% right. It's not about profit. It's about keeping yourself sustainable, right? So sustainability, Earth Day, right, James, right? Tomorrow, you know, our sustainability is our business also. So sustainability is creating a charge that's going us to allow to operate with these new procedures and stay healthy, keep our clients healthy, keep our stylists healthy, those types of things. Super duper important. Remember, sustainability is not just about being green. It's about keeping your salon and your employees safe and healthy.
And Steve Reese said something last night. Someone said, so Steve, what's the most important thing, a piece of advice that you'd give to us today, right now? And what did he say? He said, watch your cash, preserve your cash. And that's the guy from Salon Interactive. That's what this is about. We're going to have expenses that we're going to have to dip into our pocket, and we have to extract. That is life. And I don't like doing that stuff, but we have to do it.
Reality is reality.
You
cannot get, you and I talk about this saying all the time, Andrew. Us as owners cannot get in the way of our own business. Okay?
Yeah.
Your business is what provides for you, your family, your stylist, everything else. If your business is not sustainable because of you, you need to rethink during this beauty business reset and come up with better ways of being an owner.
Well, and a lot of owners that have cash in the bank, right, that have done the right things and were sustainable as a business, they have cash in the bank that they've already paid taxes on. That are, so instead of them taking and extracting all the money out of the business and saying, hey, that money's been taxed, it's going in my personal account so I can go back and draw off of it, a lot of them leave the money in the bank. So when they look at what's in their bank account and they say, hey, we're lucky, we're XYZ Salon and we have 50 grand, we have 100 grand in the bank, depending on the size, they may have already paid taxes on that money. So that money may have been cleaned already where it's really theirs. So for you guys that may be stylists on the call, your owner has money in the bank that they've already been taxed on, that they've already worked hard for and managed the salon for, that they still think of as the salon's money. So they're actually dipping into their own funds that they had to renovate, that they had to do marketing, that they had to do all these things. So 3 months being closed, I mean, hey, listen, we've been really nice to our staff. They get a holiday gift, they get a holiday bonus, we do paid vacation, we match their 401k. I don't want to ever change that, but being closed for 3 months, it's really hard to kind of commit to all
James,
those things.
Somebody just asked in the Facebook, would I market the COVID care charge? I wouldn't call it marketing, but I would certainly send out an announcement to all my clients prior to the gangbusters coming on that there is going to be a COVID care charge. It should be the same as a price increase. It should be posted all over the salon. It should be notifying the clients, just a notification. And you call it, important message to all clients. Because of mandated rules and blah, 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 whatever you want to put in that email, that we are now instituting a $10 per client add-on charge, whatever you want to call it, right? We talked about that earlier, to keep you safe and healthy. Remember that you have to stress safe, healthy for them, safe, healthy for the operators, because then it operates from a marketing standpoint, it operates on their guilt mechanism for not paying that money. So you've got to, guilt, fear, whatever you want to call it, but you've got to use that. It's very, very important.
It's the truth. It's the truth. I mean, there's no getting around it. We're in business, and we want our people to be safe, and we want the clients to be safe.
Well, and Andrew is a huge proponent of the word, and a lot of our educators have, about commitment, right? So you want your stylist to make a commitment. You want your clients to make a commitment. It's the commitment of what you're doing for the industry. So I don't think it's bad to publicize it. Now, I would look at corporate companies now, of course, all the ones that got the PPP loans. I'm being a little,
Don't go there. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
But if you look at, but I would say even regular marketing, if a salon called me and said, hey, I'm looking to be creative, I would say, well, where does your client shop? And they would say, oh, they shop at the Gap, they shop at Banana Republic, right? So Old Navy, Gap, and Banana Republic, they're the same company, but they service different lifestyles and whatever. What are they marketing? And steal what they do, because they pay big marketing companies. So in the same respect that when it comes to advertising how your sanitation is or what you're doing, look in your area and look at your market.
Oh my God, James, you're 100% right. Guys, if you just went out and you bought, I know a lot of you were listening to our original webinar, and you went out and you bought ozone generators. Put that. We have UV ozone generators that we turn on nightly, kills all viruses into place.
Oh, I put the
But
whole
we're
SKU number in what we
yeah,
do.
but
We're
we're
using an
gonna do
MA500. Like if you guys
exactly.
saw my cousin Vinny when Marissa Tomei gets up and she goes, "I'm using a
Yeah,
dual gas chromatograph HP
yeah.
something." I do that.
But put that stuff in your messaging to your clients, how much you're going above and beyond to keep them safe, right? And you know, it doesn't have to be serious. I mean, it's got to be a little serious, but put a twist of humor in it to make the clients kind of, you know, they know what you're doing, but make it funny, right? When you're messaging them, whatever what that twist is. It's hard to
Make it your brand.
a bad situation, but if you can, then certainly do it. That was one of our, I don't know who was giving that webinar the other night. Patty was saying, you know, make stuff a little lighthearted and it'll help you get the message across. It's really important to, when you're messaging, don't be like, you know, this is a dictionary. You've got to be personal. You've got to make them feel your message.
Well, and listen, having kids that don't always get along. My daughters, my little one is in third grade, my middle is in sixth grade, so they're sort of divided. We're stuck in the house for like, I don't know, feels like 12 years right now. I feel like, we're boxed in, but they've done where they're fighting, and all of a sudden today they're making a secret handshake, right? They're like doing something fun and they're videoing it for TikTok or whatever, and it got me to think about it. And I said, if you can't hug, these clients haven't seen you in so long, you're not going to be able to hug them. Like, that may have to go in your company policy. Like, we love you. Don't touch me. Don't hug me.
James, I got to jump in a quick question here. Guys, the EPA sent out some propaganda bullshit on ozone generators. It was a very twisted message. What the message said for ozone generators is the at-home ones don't work. Yes, they don't work in at-home one because they put out such a little bit of ozone that you can have them on around your kids, pets, and all that stuff. The ones we're talking about are commercial ozone generators with UV. Nobody can be in the building when they're on. They go on at night on a timer and they shut off on the timer. So when you come in the morning, it's safe and they kill off everything. And yes, so watch what you read. It's very important to read into the small details. I don't know why they put that message out. I think maybe because people were getting the commercial units for their houses, which could kill somebody. It can, honestly, if you're around it too long, it can kill you. But that's why they have timers on them, and you put them out at night when nobody's in a commercial space, and you turn them on, and it kills the virus.
Yeah, and you also have to air out the building afterwards. But what I was saying was about the secret handshake thing. There may be something that resonates with your clients, that if you're, the fist bump, the elbow thing, if it's a bow, build it into your new version and make it something that resonates. Listen, if it's funny and it's like, hey, we're going to go Japanese style and we're going to fully bow and make it funny and say, hey, listen, we didn't invent the virus, but we're just complying, and I love you, and and whatever it
Look,
is.
I saw a friend the other day, right? And we're, by chance, when my wife and I were on a walk, and he's sitting down with his new date. They're having pizza in the park where we go, and I haven't seen him in a while. I didn't even know he was going to be there. And he yells to me, and he goes, "Are we social distancing?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're elbow bumping from 10 feet away." Right? I mean, make it funny, make it, it is what it is. We're dealing with this crap. It's going to go on. But I mean, as a stylist, your social distancing rule is kind of over. You're going to be touching that person regardless. So mask up. You make sure you're cleaning your hands, all those things that Barbicide recommended today. It's important,
Yeah, Lois, you got to be like Hawaii style.
Derek,
There's
Derek,
got to be something, like, make it something that's your own for your salon. And if the clients know already, so you have to figure that at this point, whatever the compliance is that's mandated by the state or the county or the federal, you're going to have to let them know. So not repitching Salon Ninja at all. I'm just saying that's the only thing I've ever used, and I've been on a lot of tech my whole life and used every CRM that's been out, the shitty green screen versions and everything else. At least this is a little more interesting. But you may have to communicate with those clients, whether you do a virtual consultation before, but there's going to have to be solid communication for the clients that are in that week. So if you said, hey, listen, as the owner, here's the deal. We love you. We're not shaking, we're not hugging, we're not kissing. We're going to be in masks. Like, we want to make sure you're comfortable. We're going to do a video consultation, and we've adopted the peace sign as our way of saying hi and goodbye in our salon, and because we wish peace on earth or whatever it is. Own it. If you own the marketing, you own it overall. Just do it and make it part of your initial communication, and they get a kick out of that stuff. They love when there's a connection, right, Andrew?
Yeah, totally.
I mean, look at Patty's whole webinar the other night, right?
It was about fun.
It was fun, and
make everybody wear a unicorn horn, and like Patty loves all the magical fun things. I mean, we're not as fun as Patty, but
I want to say something to the group, to the owners out there. You guys are incredible. You are creative. You are resourceful, and you have, I believe, you have so many answers to the questions that you ask. But somehow, we need kind of a confirmation or affirmation. But trust your instincts in this whole thing. Trust your instincts, really. I mean, you have families, you have team members. Trust yourself. You're gonna, the answers lie within you. We provide a framework here, but within the framework, I hope you pull out some ideas, but you know what to do. You know what's right. You know what's not right. You know what's good for your business. You know what is hard. Some of this stuff is hard. Life is hard, but you're strong. And I believe that. You show up night after night. You guys are great.
Wow.
Really.
We have actually set a new record for how long we've been on. And I am grateful for everybody that stayed on and put up with us this long. Wow, it's amazing that this many people stayed for this long.
Yeah.
Are there any last minute questions before we kick off for the evening? James, you got any on Facebook?
I think they're coming through on Facebook late, so a lot of thank yous now, but I think we answered most of them. What I would say to you guys is that go to Salon Owner Mastermind. If you have anything specific, send us a message, send it to the group. I know in terms of how does the charge work and everything, we're sort of in the same mode. We're just bringing suggestions, and as states open, we're hoping to hear back from the states that open to come up with good feedback of what we think as three absolute experts. Or at least Andrew's an expert. I don't know.
I'm not an expert.
I don't know about Derek and I.
I'm just a guy.
Hey, listen,
I'm just a guy.
Oh,
I'm not a priest. I'm not a shrink.
You're not on the webinar. You're both done.
All I know is
that wait. With social distancing,
Andrew's going to be on my speed dial because
peace out, guys. Peace out, right?
We're gonna bow. We're not gonna.
Yeah, exactly.
We like that. Yeah.
Guys, again, thank you for attending tonight. Remember, you can watch this on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're interested in Salon Ninja, it's salonninja.com. Make sure you book a demo with me, and we'll get you up and running on there for your 2 months free. Don't pass the opportunity. It's only for the first 50 salons that get involved. After that, it's going to the 14-day trial period, and we're just doing this as Andrew kind of recommended it as a gift to the group, and that's our gift to you. And tomorrow night, Andrew and I will be back on again.
And I'll see if maybe I'm going to speak to Stacy and see. I'll reschedule her.
Yeah. Let's all have Stacy in our prayers in case something happened or whatever that she wasn't able to make it tonight. I'm sure it was probably just an internet issue, which unfortunately is happening these days with people all over the country. But again, thank you for showing up at the Beauty Business Reset. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and check out salonninja.com. And thank you, everybody. Have a great evening.
Good night,
thank
guys.
you. God bless.